Okay, so today we're doing the practice quiz 2.5 through 8. Make a scatter plot and a line of fit, then state the correlation coefficient and interpret the results. So pretty much scatter plot. Scatter plotting out the information. Take your points. So 1.3, this is 1.25. It's a little bit over here, 29. Let me grab a different colored pen. One 1.3, 29, 1.4 and 24, 1.5 and 23. You hear my son, I apologize. It's the third time I'm recording this video today. Let's see, 1.8, so 1.75, 1.8, 21. 2.1, so roughly here, 17. And 2.4, so 2.25, 2.5 over here, and 15. So roughly that's what your dad should look like, and we did this one in class, but if you don't remember, we're going to do it again. So, data in the calculator. So if you hit stat button's right underneath the delete button. You go edit. If you don't like your list, clear up above on the top and hit enter. Once again, clear button up on the top, hit enter. If you don't like them other places, you can hit delete on the inside, but make sure you're on the inside, you don't delete on the top. Bubba, you need to stop. Go, Bubba. Go watch TV. No, go get your water. 1.3, 1.4. 1.5, 1.8, 2.1, 2.4, 29, 24, 23, 21, 17, 15. They are lined up with the same arrow, so it means my data is correct. If you don't remember how to turn your diagnostics on, if you go second catalog, which is 0, and then hit the matrix, X minus 1 button, D, arrow down, turn your diagnostics on, enter, your R correlation coefficient will be on, hit stat, calc, you're going to go to 4, hit enter, and that's your equation for the first one. So the equation for the first function is negative 11.17647059x plus 41.05882353 y equals, go get your water, R is equal to negative 0.95709576608, which has a strong negative correlation. Okay. Evaluating out the value, so negative 11.17647059 times the value of 2 plus 41.05882353. Typing that out in my calculator. Zero 5882353, enter. I roughly get the value of 18.70588235, and that should match what we did before. Other information, so I'm not going to plot it out, those answers are already posted online, but to do the calculations again in your calculator, you go stat, edit, clear up above, clear up above, typing my values in. So And then typing in my other values. So I'm just typing in my point values. Sorry for the dead air. Whoops. Stat, calc, 4. Enter, 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 enter. The equation. Negative 0.0052055623 x plus 100.50303. Correlation coefficient R is equal to negative 0.99799678844. Strong negative correlation. Once again, not going to do the plotting. Calculating out the value. And my calculator. Let's see here. So after you type it all in, evaluating at 12,000, hit enter. 38. So 12,000 is at 38.0362754, which trends with the values of what it should be. If this is written wrong in my answer key, I apologize. I've only done these about 4 times now today with videos, so just letting you know. Alright, graphing equations. So these let you know what your domain are, but you got to make sure you pay attention to how you graph so you understand if things overlap or not. So when you do that, you have x plus 2 at 0 and values less than it, so 0, negative 1. Negative 2, so plug 0 in, you get 2. Plug in negative 1, you get 1. Plug in negative 2, you get 0. This is an open circle, and I'm going to connect to these points, so I know I'm drawing a line and connecting my points. 2x plus 5. You have 0 and 2. These are both closed circles, and I'm just going to connect the points in between. I know my graph looks different than yours. Your graph will be off when you get your answer for this one. Plug 0 in, you get 5. Plug 2 in, you get 9. This will be off the graph. 2, 9 will be off the graph. Negative x plus 1. I have 2, 3, and 4. So 2, plug it in, I get negative 1. Plug in negative 3, I get negative 2. Plug in 4, I get negative 3. This is an open circle, and I'm going to connect all these. So, plotting my points. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see when I plot my points what it looks like. Please disregard sounds if you hear them. 0, 2 is an open circle. And then I'm going to connect points. Helps if I start that point in the right spot. That's not 0, 2. 0, 2's up here. Let's try that again. That's not in the right spot. Ignore that first point. Negative 1. I have a feeling I graphed it wrong earlier. Okay. 0, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Close circle. At 2, 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9 over 2. So that's those 2 points. Connect those. That's these ones. Okay. And as you can see so far, open circle, closed circle, which means that's count for. My x's are all going up to 2. And then this one here starts at 2. So 2, negative 1. Open circle. And then my slopes give me these points. Continuing on forever. And I get every value here going on for x. So my domain is all real numbers because open closed on 0, open closed on 2 covers all my x values. My range is going to be a combining of 2 values. I get everything less than 2, so y is less than 2, and 5 through 9. So I have or 5 is less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to 9. And that's my range. Moving on over here to absolute value. Make sure that if you don't understand how to graph this, you graph it in your calculator. I will show that really quick. But with this being a +1 in here, it means I'm going to move left 1, so my start point is -1, 0. So, moving my values up, graphing it out. Domain functions, the domain is absolute value functions, the domain is all real numbers. Your range is where this point starts at, which is going to be Edwin. Out. Go. 0 or bigger, so y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. If you can't remember how to plug that into your calculator, I will show it. You go second. So you go second, 0. Hit enter on that first one, that's absolute value. And then you can type that in, but make sure you hit y equals first. So when y equals, plots need to be off, so none of those should be highlighted. Second catalog, absolute value, type in x plus 1, graph it out. If you don't see what you like, hit zoom 6, like there's a standard window, and you can see where your graph has moved to. Moving on. These are going to go pretty quick, just due to a little boy who's getting antsy. So, this value on the outside is a k value of -4, so I'm going to go down 4. So come down here to 4. My slope is 1, so graph my points, connect them. This is on the inside, so it's an x minus what number gets you an x plus 5. That's a -5, so that's why it's opposite of what you see. So I'm going to move left 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plug numbers into my table, get the table from my calculator. This is what your graph looks like. It opens upward. There's no reflections. So based on the graph, that's what you got. This quadratic is going to go down 3 because my k value is 3, so I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Please ignore the extra dark lines for my printer. If you remember your rules, write 1 up 1, write 2 up 4. If not, table, graph, get the table off your calculator by graphing it. Your choice on how you get your points. Make sure it's a curved line though, it can't be straight. Type of functions. This is a quadratic because of the curve. Smiley face, frowny face. Absolute values are V's. And this is either identity or linear. Your choice. Moving into the inequalities. So graphing this one here, going to look different than what the graph is that's given to you, but the reason for that is because I changed my graph so I can graph it easier. Y-intercept of +5, so I'm going to start up here at 5. Should be an open circle, but out. Go watch your TV. No, please. Go get your water. Go get your water. Go get your water. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, +5, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, open circles, I apologize for that, dashed, 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 plug in 0, 0, 0 is less than 5, so I'd shade over here. Eddie, come here. Solve this one. For y, add the 3y minus the 6. x minus 6 is less than or equal to 3y. Divide by 3, I get 1/3 x minus 2 is less than or equal to y. Start down here at negative 2, it's a closed circle. Up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, over here. Down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3 over here. Solid line. Plug in 0, 0 for a test point. Into my original equation. Is 0 less than or equal to negative 6, or excuse me, positive 6? That's true. So you can shade by arrows. So HK minus 1 minus 2. So my start point is at minus 1 down 2. Open circle. My slope, or if I plug in points, is negative 3. So I'm facing downward. I'm going to go down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, roughly, down 3 over 1, roughly, dashed lines. Plug in 0, 0 as a test point. So if I plug that in, I get negative 3 times the absolute value of 1. So negative 3 times the absolute value of 1 minus 2 comes negative 3 times 1 minus 2, which is 0 greater than negative 5. That's a true statement. So I'm going to shade up this way. So shading everywhere but underneath my graph. Now, finishing up this last problem. Come here, little man. Okay. So, a school system, this is problem number 14. A school system is buying new computers. They will buy desktop computers at $1,000 per unit and notebook computers at $1,200 per unit. The total cost of computers cannot exceed $80,000, but it does not say that it can't equal it, so it can equal it. So $80,000 is less than or equal to this. Bubba, no. So, based on my equations, I'm going to call desktops X and I'm going to call notebooks Y. So 1000x plus 1200y is equal to or less than 80,000. So with that, I'm going to get my xy intercepts because it's standard form already. So if I plug in 0 for y, divide by 1000, I get 80, 0. And then if I divide by 1200, I get 0, 66.6 repeating. Edwin, hand. Thank you. So, graphing these points. Edwin, stop. Yeah, you talking. So, coming over here to 0, I got 80, 0, and roughly 66.6 is up here. Sketching that out as a straight line. You want down? Okay, go. There's roughly my line. No, you don't need that. Shade down below because I want everything less than that. And they're looking at to test 50 and 25, which is roughly here. My line actually should go straight through it, but it doesn't. But to double check where if it works or not, plug in the points that they ask you. So once you do that, you come out to be 80,000 is less than or equal to 80,000, which is a great answer because it works. So they could buy it. There you go. That's your practice quiz. If you have questions, you can use the Remind app. If you use the Remind app, sign up. You can sign up under 2 different classes. I will get those links added up. I want to say one is... Let me pull them up on my phone here. So, on the Remind app for Blended, it's at, oh, you cannot see that. It's at Palm Alge BL2A, so that's the blended sign up for Remind. For the regular sign up for Algebra 2A, because I do have you guys in 2 different groups. Most of you guys have only signed up in one set, but that's the setup for Algebra 2A non-blended. I just try to keep you guys separate in case I send out different messages. So get signed up for Remind. If you just sign up in blended, I don't care. I'll talk to you either way. When you are in there, once you get to people, it'll show up with Mrs. Pomeroy as one of your message people in the group. So when you sign up for it, and these are you can send a message to me, just send me a message through here. Okay, you can also, if you do the link, it's really cool because you can do this message, and then looks slightly different for teachers, but it works out pretty sweet. You can take pictures of what you're working on. Send me questions. I am kind of busy, but I will help you out. Have a wonderful day, and I apologize for being gone from class today.